Do you believe you can achieve greatness in anything you're doing in life? About a month ago, I met a Toastmasters from Zanda, and then we were talking through Facebook. And then I asked her what her dream was. What does she do? She told me what she loves to do. Then she asked me, what about you? What do you like to do? And I told her that I want to be a public speaker, a motivational speaker. She said, wow, cool. Now, what do you want to talk about as a public speaker? And I told her what I talk about. Like, basically, I talk about time management, I talk about goal setting, all this kind of stuff. She again says, oh, that's cool. Then she continued by asking me, what is your philosophy? What do you believe in? Then I told her that I believe that anyone can achieve greatness in whatever they want to do in life. Then after a few seconds, she messaged me back. She said, well, that's cool. But what makes you think that anyone can achieve greatness in their life? Why? Why do you believe that? Then nobody has ever asked me that kind of question before. And then I sat then behind my computer and I was like, how am I going to answer that question? And after a few seconds, I got back to it and I said, you know, the question you just asked, you know, it's a speech topic for me. But I'm not going to make a speech through Facebook. I'm just going to try to answer the question. And so I did. And then it's been about a month. I've been thinking, reflecting, you know, and analyzing. And then I decided that I would come here today and share with you guys what I think. Again, do you remember the question? Do you believe that anyone can achieve greatness in their life? I mean, think about it. Sometimes we doubt ourselves, right? You have that calculus test, you have that physics test, and you say, I can never do that. I'm never going to be able to do that. That happens to all of us. I said, that never happened to you. Please raise your hands. Have you ever doubted yourself before? Okay, well, that's good. I believe that. That happens to me many times. But listen, closing. I'm going to tell you why. I believe we have two kinds of people on this earth. One kind is those who have talents and do something about it. And the second group is the one that have talents but don't do anything about it. Now, if you're not daydreaming, you might understand what I'm implying here. I'm implying that anyone, I mean all of us, we all have talents. So we have a choice that we make. Whether we want to do something with our talents, whether we don't want to do something with our talents. Today, I'm not going to talk much about those who have talents and do something about it. I'm going to talk about those who do have talents but don't do anything with their talents. So what we call failure. Now you may be asking, why someone have talents and don't do anything about it? Why? Think about it. Why would you have a talent but you don't do anything about it? So I have only, sorry?
Don't like it.
You don't like it? Well, that's one of them. We have a lot of reasons actually, but I have only between 5 and 7 minutes to talk today. So I'm going to talk about just one reason, which is the number one reason why people have talents and don't do anything about it.
They don't believe in themselves.
They don't believe in themselves.
Fearless.
Okay.
Laziness.
Okay, laziness, very good. I'm going to talk about that later, very good. The number one reason why people have talents and don't do anything about it is because of fear. Fear, F-E-A-R, fear. Napoleon Hill, who is my favorite author, he talked about 7 kind of fears that we have. Again, I have only 5 minutes to talk here today, so I cannot talk about all the 7 fears. I'm going to talk about just one of them. It is the number one fear that we have. It is fear of failure. We are afraid to fail. You might come to Toastmasters so that you look at the TM. The TM is so beautiful, I want to talk to her. No, because of fear, you don't do it. So what does fear do? What does fear do to you? Fear takes you, it puts you in a corner, it paralyzes you. You become inactive like this. Just like she said, you become lazy. You don't act. So when that happens, what happens is you stand like this, you become inactive. You're waiting for the perfect moment to happen. Well, I mean, I'm going to talk to her maybe tomorrow, maybe next month, maybe next year. And before you know it, 5 years has just passed. And now she's married to someone else. that has happened to me. And assuming it happens to all of us. Now, but how do we overcome those fears? How? What should we do? What do you think you should do to overcome your fear of failure? What should you do if you want to overcome your fear of failure? I wanted to come here today, but I'm so afraid to speak in public. What did I do?
Practice.
I practiced. I didn't give up. In fact, I faced it with courage. You have a fear of failure. I never said that to anybody. I used to be afraid of mountains. I was afraid of height. What did I do? I just went up to the mountain. And after 3 times, I was like, those big mountain climbers. You go there and you face it. I'm gonna speak for only 5 minutes today. But Toastmasters, if there is one thing I would like you to get from my speech today, it's this. Now pay close attention. I believe, again, that all of you, each and every one of you, you have a unique talent. Each and every one of you have a unique talent. Now, so what should you do? You find it, you use it, and change the world. That's my purpose of being here today. You find a purpose, you use it, then you change the world. Thank you.